Growing up in the river town of Chillicothe, Illinois, I enjoyed as a young boy a place which at the time was before the internet. It held a special place in my heart, a place where my childhood and most of my friends' lives thrived, where laughter and adventures were commonplace, and where the simple joys of life were embraced. As I sit back on this morning, thinking about Zip Code Day in Chillicothe, a day where once every 100 years the calendar date of 6/15/23 and the local zip code of 61523 come together to form a very special day for the people of Chillicothe and all other visitors. I remember many of my childhood experiences and why I love my hometown so much. Every morning during my summer break, I would jump on my bicycle, feeling the wind in my face as I pedaled through the streets of Chillicothe. The town became my playground full of endless explorations. I would ride everywhere, going from one familiar destination to another, fueled by a sense of safety and wonder. One of my first stops for the day would be in the heart of downtown, where the iconic business of Ben Franklin stood. I remember how many times as a young boy I would ride Sandy, the mechanical horse that resided within the store. I stand back and watch the other children taking turns riding the friendly creature and seeing it come to life. I witnessed the joy it provided for so many young and old. It was a place where childhood fantasies sprung to life for those 30 seconds, a haven of imagination and surprises. Another beloved destination was the town theater, a grand establishment that ignited my imagination. Inside, I would sit spellbound, mesmerized by stories brought to life on the big screen. Still to this day, when I smell buttered popcorn, I am immediately transported back in time to some of the favorite classics from seeing Jaws as a 10-year-old or seeing Forrest Gump as a 28-year-old young adult. Shifting my thoughts, one of my favorite spots was historic Schroeder's Park, a popular location to beat the summer heat. Me and my friends would plunge into the waters, our laughter blending with the sound of splashes. The days spent in the summer sun hanging out with friends will forever be etched in my mind. As I continue my stroll through my hometown in my mind, I remember the bowling alley, affectionately known as the Chili Bowl. Entering inside, you instantly notice the bright lights and boisterous atmosphere. The clatter of pins and the cheers of fellow bowlers immediately made me want to hone my skills and revel in friendly competition. The Chili Bowl became a gathering place for laughter and camaraderie, where memories were created and victories celebrated. As the day progressed and hunger struck, I would wish it was evening time when the likes of Alfano's downtown or Blarney Castle in Rome would be open. Both considered the best pizza in town in their own unique way. The aroma of bubbling cheese and fragrant toppings greeted me every time I entered the pizzeria. Each slice was a masterpiece that satisfied not only my taste buds, but also provided a sense of belonging. My passion for sports found its outlet on many of the grounds of various baseball diamonds throughout the town that sadly no longer exist. I proudly played baseball for many great teams: Kinney's IGA, Graves Chevrolet, People's Savings and Loan, and Barb's Boys, to name a few. The crack of the bat, the cheer of the crowd, and the exhilaration of the game fueled my competitive spirit. On each sun-drenched diamond, I created lasting friendships and memories that would stand the test of time. When the game was over and you were victorious, no tale of Chillicothe would be complete without mentioning the sweet indulgence of a winter's trip to the Dairy Queen. Me and my teammates would gather at the beloved creamery, the menu tempting me with an array of frozen delights. As I savored each bite of my favorite treat, laughter echoed through the air, creating a masterpiece of shared joy. If the line at the Dairy Queen were too long, all our coach needed to do was head a block north, where we would find the A&W root beer stand. The memories of sipping on a frosty mug of root beer would instantly transport me to a simpler era. It was a place where only the memories remain of so many carefree moments. Amidst my routines of daily life, I fondly look back on my visits to Beebe's for breakfast with my grandparents, their warm presence and shared stories filling my heart with love, creating bonds that would endure a lifetime. I am quickly reminded that many of the memories of my childhood can't be replicated today. So many of the places for most of us only exist in our hearts and our minds. Only a few are still around, but most of them that are not will continue to thrive in my memories. When I drive through town now, seeing Chillicothe days in full swing, I realize that so many families with young children are forging their own memories with the current businesses and locations throughout this great small town. Chillicothe, Illinois is my hometown, and I love where I live.